last month my eBay sales tanked and we're down 50%. So I want to talk about what I did wrong, some things that are changing on eBay, and some things that I'm doing now and I'm going to do in the future to fix that problem.
That was fun.
That was nice. All right, so I want to talk numbers real quick. When I say eBay sales tanked, we'll put some numbers behind that. So the month of May, eBay sales were down 47.7%. I think talking percentages is very important when comparing your sales to yourself or to others. The percentage is what really matters with growth or decline. So that's what we're going to focus on. Down 47% from the month prior, which is pretty significant. And part of the reason for that is because we were not consistent at all in the month of May on eBay. That was our big month of selling on whatnot every day in auctions to raise money for the barn. So keeping up with eBay kind of got left to the back burner. And after seeing these numbers, I would say that's something I would not want to do in the future, because consistency is everything on eBay. In fact, the 100 days prior to this, our challenge in the Discord, eBay listing challenge, ended. So we had been doing a 100-day challenge every day. We had 3 main tasks that we would do, including daily listing, ending and selling similar, and sending offers to buyers. And I think I did 98 of the 100 days. And so sales were as high as they had ever been on eBay for a 100-day period, by far. More than doubled the year prior. We're booming. And then May, this happened because I pretty much didn't list consistently. And it was pretty brutal as far as a negative 47% drop off. I got that pulled up here. Traffic was also down. Impressions. Impressions are a huge metric that you want from eBay to get sales. So impressions were down 30% compared to the month prior. So those things are not helpful. And they're completely on me and on what we did with eBay. Let's talk about this month, what we're doing differently already and what we're going to continue to do moving forward. So this month, here's what we're going to do. We have a private Discord, if you didn't know, and that's linked down below if you're interested in putting in work and growing your eBay sales. But what we're doing with that is a 60-day eBay challenge. That started on Monday, and it's not too late to join that challenge. 60-day listing challenge. So you list every day, you end and sell similar every day, and you send offers every day. I mentioned that, and I think that doing that, the fourth step and probably the most important one, is doing that in a community where you can ask questions, where you can be encouraged, and where you can encourage others. And in our case, we even have teams, so there's a competition factor. There's a red team and a blue team that people got assigned to and are getting assigned to. And that really helps me. So I'm really motivated to participate in the challenge. I'm stretching myself, listing 15 items a day, and Alpal is actually primarily listing those, and I finalize and do that type of thing. Our sales already, even though we've only been doing that for like a week, and then we kind of started the week prior and before to get in the habit of it, our sales are up 60% this month, which is massive. So that's very encouraging to see, and I'll tell you, it's encouraging to know that eBay rewards it almost immediately. If you need to do at least 5 items a day minimum, but if you do that and you do it every day and you don't miss a day, they give you impressions, they give you traffic, they show buyers the stuff that you're selling. So you gotta list right, you gotta list good price, all that kind of stuff. But you can see here already our impressions are up 16.3%. So we had 10 million impressions, 10.8 million impressions this month, which means they're showing our items to 10.8 million buyers.
That's insane.
Which obviously, if you convert those impressions at a decent rate at all, as far as converting those to a sale, your sales are going to increase. Our click-through rate was 0.2%, but with that many impressions, that still leads. The average sales conversion rate with those clicks is 1%. Which tells me we probably do have some pricing work to do, because I think we can get that up. But that's very encouraging to see that these numbers are already dramatically shifting, and we've really been doing this for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks is having a massive impact of a 60% increase in sales, and I'm very encouraged by that. Now, a lot of people, like in our Discord, that we did a 30-day challenge last month, those that participated, Started to see a change after about the first week of doing these things consistently, and that's like a statistically significant change. So you do it for a week and then you stay consistent after that, and you'll probably start seeing a change. And we do have like screenshots and things that they shared with us to show that like before the sales were this, after they were double, triple in some cases, just significant growth. I don't know, Sky Guy, if you want to speak to any of that.
Yeah, not to mention there's a lot of other helpful things that we also say you should do, including a bunch of other discoveries that people in the community found. In addition to just those main three things, there's some other things that we do, and we'll teach you how to do the best way for your store.
Yeah, the things that to set up permanently.
Yeah, that like you just 100% need to be doing, and honestly, those have just as much of an impact as the main three. The main three is just to keep you consistent.
Yep.
The other three are things that will just further accelerate your growth. And it's crazy, like a lot of people will be really good sellers on eBay. They'll be like, oh, I wasn't doing this, make that change, and then just skyrockets even more where they didn't think that was possible. So that's just been cool to see and hear in our community, and I'm excited to see what everybody learns this next 60 days as well. So yeah.
So with all that in mind, one of the permanent things to set your store up with that we do and we recommend is promoted listings. So eBay has put a lot of dollars into this, they're investing a lot into promoting your listings as opposed to marking them down. So that can still help, but they definitely have their interest in promoting listings right now. So basically how that works, you can promote your listing at a certain percentage and they will give you more impressions, push that out, put it at the top as an ad when people are searching for it, and therefore increase the odds of that selling.
Can you give an example of that?
Yeah, so if you type in like Mario Kart 64, for those that are promoting their listing, they're going to get pushed to the top of the search. So buyers might just click on that one first as opposed to ones that are not being promoted. In the case of our store, we've been promoting everything at 1.1%, just because I can look at my impressions, and 2/3 of my overall impressions are from promoted listings.
Jeez.
Where 1/3 are organic.
So we can almost extrapolate that to sales as well then.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, the more impressions you get, the more sales you get. So that's huge to me, especially the fact that we only have promoted at 1.1%, which is, if it sells for $100, that's $1.10 that eBay takes out of the sale. In my opinion, it is very, very worth it to get all of those millions of impressions. That minimum, it was 1%, it's now changing to 2%, which this does have some people concerned that eBay is doing this because, who knows, maybe they'll continue to increase that. In my opinion, it's the free market, it's their right to do that, and it's still an amazing platform to sell on, and increasing it by 1% is not meaningful for me to worry. So I'm not worried about it.
What about for new sellers? Do you think this could influence them negatively?
I mean, it might have a bad perception, but I don't think anybody should be concerned, new, experienced, or otherwise. I think that you should just promote your listings.
Because again, if that means you can get $98 in a week versus $100 in 2 months.
Yeah. It's huge. Yeah, like they're encouraged to give those promoted listings impressions, and it makes sense. So I switched my entire store, and you can do this. You can switch your entire store, bulk edit everything, and I switched it to 2.1% because why not beat everybody that does 2%? I don't know if it makes a difference, but that's what I like to do, 2.1%, and we'll be doing that because that's going to be in effect like this month. So I can't remember if it's like July 10th or what, but it's going in effect this month, and I think it's something that you absolutely should do. I didn't do it before about 10 months ago, and since those 10 months, my sales have more than doubled in that time period, and it's been a game changer. So I strongly recommend doing that, and I strongly recommend doing that in a community. So we're a couple days into the 60-day challenge, and I want to talk a little bit about what we expect if we complete the 60-day challenge at 15 items a day, among doing all of the other things that we check off. Right now we're up 60%, which is sales of 24,000. That's absolute top line. It includes everything. That's not profit, so keep that in mind. I think our profit's around 30% of that number generally on average. But I expect that number to continue to go up, and honestly, I think it'll probably go up even maybe more than 100% compared to the month prior by the end of the challenge. Maybe over a 60-day period, it'll up 100%. It's gonna be hard to beat this month by 100% next month.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, but my goal for a 100-day period is to hit 100,000 in sales again, and I think we accomplished this when we did a 100-day challenge.
Yeah,
we did surpass that. It's the first time ever. It was crazy, but we're well below that now for the 100 days or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. Maybe to hit that again by the end of this 60-day challenge. Our average sales price has pretty fabulous over the last 30 days. It's $94.
Oh wow!
Which that's very encouraging to see. We have been focusing on listing high-end items.
What's the goal for the year again? Average sales price?
I think we hit 77 last year. I was hoping to hit 80 for the year, which is really strong.
So at 15 items a day for 60 days, times, say it does go down to 80. Let's do the math on that real quick. So that's a 72,000 in sales. If the average sales price is $80 in 60 days, yep. So 60
15
days,
items sold a day.
15 items sold per day. So that's not listed, but essentially that's 70. At the very worst, it's 72,000 in inventory being added. That could sell.
So one thing that I love about eBay is consistency. You can project it really, really well. And I've referenced this before, but listing 30 items a day, now that's something that could be feasible if eBay is your main hustle and you're full time. If you list 30 items a day with an average sale price of $30 and you take home a net of 1/3 of that, that's $10 profit per item, $300 a day, 6-figure income. And that's a lot of times is like a fantastic goal for people to achieve. Well, in my case, I want to cut that in half for what I have to do daily for listing. But right now, we've almost tripled that average sales price. It's $87 for the entire year, which is mind-blowing. But even if you double that at $60 and make that a goal, and that takes time with connections and sourcing, really nice collections and things. But it's just something that you can work towards as you're building up your business. If it's part-time, full-time, whatever, set goals, set marks, and set those bars so that you can realize, oh, I could make a full-time jump if I hit these numbers. So if we do an average sales price of $60 a day, selling 15 items a day, then there's a 6-figure income, right? So
you can kind of use that as a good baseline to determine where you're at currently, essentially.
Right. Cut that in half if you're part-time. Cut it in a fourth if you're doing 10 hours a week, and project that out to see if you can scale this or change this, and maybe make it a real.
One of our users last month, he actually just quit his job to be full-time just because of the 30-day challenge.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, it's feasible.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you about that.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't. Okay.
He was one of the winners of the challenge too. So.
Well, there you go. If you get active with it, if you put in the work, it can happen. I started out part-time, got a degree in college, and it was a very scary jump for us to make, but we got that income to a level where we could at least cover our expenses. And worst case scenario, if it didn't increase at all, we would be okay. And in our case, it did a little bit more than double when I doubled my time, and it's continued from there. But yeah, if that's your goal, I definitely recommend getting involved in the Discord. We'd love to have you. That's a conversation that I'm passionate to have. If it's one that you want to have within that realm, we'd love to have you. That's kind of my thoughts. That's what's changing with eBay. That's what we're doing. Hopefully you got something out of it, and if you want to get more out of it, check out that link below, and we'll see you over on the Discord. Peace.
Bart'll do.
Bart'll do.